From the Midwest podcast. I am the first millionaire in the Brooks bloodline. You can be the first one too. All you gotta do is start putting your money in the stock game and running it up. Do your research and let's get this money, man. But I'll say that for another topic. I usually do stock Sunday. I haven't been able to do it lately just because during the once I get back off the highway, man, I've been beat. I don't know if y'all know me, but I'm from the Midwest. I'm on Indiana, Illinois all week. For the weekend, I'm usually down in Illinois, vice versa, whatever. After work, man, spending time with the family. But the topic I wanted to get into today was the whole Diddy situation. The video finally was released. If y'all recall, I want to say last year or earlier in the year, Cassie came out and said she was suing Diddy. Well, her team let everybody know, the world know, hey, I'm suing Diddy for some shit that happened back in the days. And boom, like less than 24 hours, I want to say, Diddy settled out in court. Not settled out in court, but he settled for $27 million. 27 million ain't no money that you just find outside. You feel me? So the first thing that popped in my head was like, wait a minute, if he's paying her off like that, that just mean that, hey, I'm paying you 27 million. Don't say shit about what happened. And boom, a couple months later or a year later, a video surfaced from 2016, I want to say, back when Diddy was with Cassie, that was his girlfriend at the time, and comes out, man, he was abusing her like we all knew, but now we got the proof. Before this video was released, Diddy was going on his social media saying that these people are lying on him. They disgusted. They just looking for it's a money grab. And then finally the video drops. Just from the background, they said that the video was released from the hotel that's no longer in service. $50,000. They paid $50K for this tape to get rid of the tape, and this video comes out of nowhere. Obviously, Cassie must have had another tape. She was waiting for the perfect moment to drop it. On this video, it was very disturbing. Diddy is seen running down the hallway with a towel on. You see Cassie running down the hallway first. Then Diddy comes flying out the room with just a towel on, and he comes right at her, punching her head, trying to snatch her head down, snatch her by her hair, and she's on the ground covering up, and he begins to kick her with his feet, and it's very disturbing, man, because like I said, I've said it before. I was raised by women. I've had my fair share of. I probably had a couple of relationships, toxic relationships. I've never got to the point where I felt like I had to attack a woman or abuse her, call out her name. I've never been that type. I'll just, if it ain't work out, we move on with life, man. And that's how it should be. That's the easiest way to go about it. When you're not happy with somebody or you feel like you got to be in control of somebody, how does that, how do you show that you love somebody? How can you say that you love somebody if you doing all that, if you abusing them, smacking them up and down the hallway and shit like that, man? It's not funny. It's kind of it's really corny because even for somebody to be a billionaire, somebody that the rap game has looked up to over the last 20, 25, 30 years is Diddy. This makes me question him a lot as his character because we've heard all the stories from back in the days with the whole Biggie situation about to get out of his contract and start his record label. Next thing you know, he ends up dead. Tupac died a couple, I want to say a year before that. They were saying Diddy had something to do with that. The first time that Pac got shot, you think about the whole situation when he was with J Lo. They get into a shootout up in the club. They said it was Shine. Reports start coming out saying that Shine didn't do the shooting; that it was actually Diddy that shot the woman in the face. Um, you hear about them hanging my boy Wale over the balcony because he was talking to Cassie at the time. You hear about the whole situation with Kid Cudi where they try to blow up his car. It's been a lot of shit that has P. Diddy name attached to it. And finally, we have video footage of him lying to the whole world saying that he didn't do none of this shit. He drops an apology video that what makes it even worse is that with this apology video, he's stating on here that, hey, I'm sorry about what I did. I apologize. I was fucked up. I was in a bad situation. I was at rock bottom. Now, world, what the fuck is rock bottom if you're a billionaire? I know what it feels like to be rock bottom. I'm not. I don't have no millions. I don't have hundreds of thousands of dollars. I'm not saying money rules the world, but with that type of money, when you're a billionaire, I believe that most of these dudes feel like they're untouchable. They feel like they could get away with murder and nobody's going. It's gonna get covered up because they got 100K. Most people ain't seen 100K in their life. You got somebody a billionaire throwing you 100K to make some shit disappear or make a person disappear. So what the fuck is rock bottom, P Diddy? Sean Puffy Combs, Buddy Love, whatever the fuck you call yourself these days. That is my main issue. For him to say that he was at rock bottom, I just don't get it. I really wish that he would in detail on what rock bottom is when you're a billionaire. Um, Saying that he's went to rehab and all this shit. It's like, dog, this happened. This situation happened in 2016. If you don't realize it, we're 8 years later, 2024. It's been way too much shit pending against you since then for you to say that you went rock bottom and you was fucked up. Man, you've always been fucked up since day one. The moment you start smelling money, and like my grandma says, when you got the smell in your ass, you start doing bullshit that you thought you could get away with. My question is, Cassie is the victim here. Prayers to her and her family for having to relive this situation again. But with women, one thing I've never understood is I can understand it from a music standpoint is that some of these women, like with music careers, they get with these top dollar guys, and the dudes just tell them sweet nothing.